All righty. So, hey, everyone, we're live, right? So, we are set up down by the river again. So, we were here before. Um, so, because it's getting darker earlier, the sunset, we missed it. So, you can kind of see a little bit, but the mountain now is hiding it. So, all righty. So, hey, honey, I see you on there. Hey, Stitch. Oh, we got old Kraken Dated on here. Yes, yes. Emma Brown. Hey, Sarah. And Alric the Blackheart. And I'm going to scroll up here. Hey, Leonard. All the way from Del City, Oklahoma. Nice. All right. I'm going to scroll. Okay, there we go. All right. So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Everything from my eye to a flat tire to the camping video that we just came out on Thursday night. Hey, Mike, I was camping out near your location there. Yes, I was. That was Thursday night's video. Hey, Small Town Adventures, how are you doing? All right. So there must be someone having a birthday party way over there under one of the pavilions because I just heard happy birthday to you singing, hey, Mountain Sport Air Gun. I was just thinking about you driving over here. So that's also behind the mountains. And I guess you guys got a hurricane coming in your area. So we'll definitely be praying for you because I believe I heard Southern California. Yeah. Hey, Andrew, how are you doing? Now, I do want to say if y'all want to put 3 question marks in front of it. So I don't have anybody helping me here. So if I see question marks pop up, I will get to that question. All right. Let's see. Hey, let's see. Hey, Emma Brown. There you are. Yeah, Emma Brown. That is a big room. so if you guys know, yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we actually just had a big earthquake. Yes, I heard that on the news on the way over here. I'm not sure how close you were to that earthquake. But if you guys remember in our travel videos, we were out there camping on Carrizo Plains, and Dana showed me where that Andreas Fault is exposed in there. It's like one of the only places you can get on and actually see that. Hey, Darlene, thank you for reminding everybody to put those question marks in. Hey, Jake, how are you doing? I will be quiet and enjoy your videos. There you go. Yeah, only about a few miles. Yeah, and they're talking about 3 inches of rain per hour. And if you guys recall, when Dana and I drove to Carrizo Plains, we went up over that mountain. A lot of the road was closed because of mudslides, but we were able to get around them. Hey, Kaylee, how are you doing? All right. Hey, David. Yes, Aussie Dave. Yes, Aussie Dave from Central PA. Hey, I appreciate you commenting on all of my videos there. I really, really, really do appreciate that. And old Grunt, I met your son. Not met him. I knew him, but I saw him the other day in the grocery store. We were chatting. Yeah. Smash that like button. Yes, I appreciate that. Yeah. So the sun's a little making the background a little white. Like if I get out of the way, let's see. Little changes a little bit, and then it gets bright again when I come in. But we are all set up with our power bank and our light because it's definitely going to get dark. And I've got the thermocell, which has been running for about 15 minutes. So that's why you see all 4 lights on. We got a 20-foot zone around us right now. Yeah. Hey, Traveling Ron, man, how are you doing? Oh, I know he's not on here, but Quiet John. Miss 2.0 and I went up and went double kayaking the other day. I think it was Wednesday. We went up near Ricketts Glen, Lake Jean. We were out kayaking, and hey, Patrick, how you doing? While we were kayaking, before we kayaked, we had to walk up to the concession because I didn't have any cash on me, and the rental place didn't take cards. So they said, the lady at the cash concession stand will get you some cash. So I got $25 out because that's how much it was per hour. But we wanted to go kayak. And while we were walking up there, I heard, "Hey, Tony," somebody yelling, and 2.0 Tony. And I look around and I look up on the hill at the ice cream spot, and it was Quiet John. I was like, he looks familiar. I met him at the meetup down in Swatara Gap, and it was just so awesome to see him there. I didn't have my camera, or I'd have got a picture with him and posted it on our Facebook page, which reminds me, if you're not part of the Random Adventures 2.0 Facebook family page, go on over there and jump on there, because I do post some stuff on there, just on the Random Adventures 2.0 Facebook page, but also on the family page. But I encourage you, if you have a channel, to post your videos on there as well, or pictures of your random adventure. Yeah. Hey, I love sports cards. How are you doing? All righty. How's them eyes doing, right? Say, that's awesome. Hey, Randy, how are you doing? Yeah. Oh, Grunt, good evening, everyone. Had you bumped into my son? Yeah, heard I bumped into him. Yeah, we stood around. We talked. I used to work with your son, and we were joking around. I said, I'm waiting to have a cup of coffee with him. And he goes, "Yeah, I have to text my dad and tell him I saw you." And then I got to you. Yeah, Hike with Mike. How are you doing? Definitely. So, like I said, a lot to talk about. So I'm going to try to not look at the comments as much. I have a way of doing that. I'm always like, what's the news on here? Hey, Josh, how you doing? I guess I'm still going to look at them, right? So, but Lisa and I had a great time, Miss 2.0 and I, kayaking up there. It was great. Now, if you know anything about Ricketts Glen, it's a 7-mile loop. Oh, you hear a train. A lot of trains run up along the river, both sides. That one sounds like it's coming up through Sunbury right now. So you're going to hear a horn. Like woke me up when I stayed that stealth camp. That was the alarm to get up in the morning. But her and I were kayaking up there, and we had a great time. But Ricketts Glen, one thing I did not know, we stopped in, it's a 7.5 loop. I think it's like 21 waterfalls. One of them is 94 feet. And the trail loop that goes down and around through the waterfalls, if you start up top, you can only get down on the right side to about 4 of the waterfalls, and then the trail collapsed because it's a cliff. It collapsed, and they haven't fixed it yet, so you'd have to come back up and go a whole way down and around the other side, but there's a lot of waterfalls on that side too, and then back up. It'd make your 7.5 mile loop a little longer. Hey, Tony, how are you doing? Hello, everyone. He says, Ed, how are you? And Stitch says, howdy, Tony's bodyguard. Oh, it's Tony's bodyguard on here. Yeah, he is. Hey, how are you doing, brother? So let's see. I probably missed some stuff. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm going to get to it. So the video that came out last Thursday. All right. So which one was that? Oh, the mall camp. So I was out looking for spots, and I'm working on a list of places, and Miss 2.0 wasn't going to be around. And I got the car all geared up still, it's always geared up for traveling, and I can, just jump in there anytime and go to sleep. Well, I thought, well, why don't we do a camp and make a video? So we ended up doing that. It was awesome. It was a little sketchy. There was quite a bit of things. I didn't want to film people walking around, but I did the one guy because he was pacing back and forth, wandering all around the parking lot. And that was before we went to Aldi's. And I thought, he doesn't have a car. He's not looking for a car. He's looking for somebody. So I sat in the car for a little while before I did the intro. And then after I did the intro, I wanted to try to figure out where I was going to go, if I was going to come back there or not. So we go shopping at Aldi's, and we got the baby portobello mushrooms and the kibasi, which a lot of y'all don't know about kibasi. But yeah, kibasi is very good. And you saw I used the cook pot, made that with green peppers and onions. It just so happens with the refrigerator's always charged up, and I've got stuff in there like cheese and things like that that I just carry around because every once in a while I get hungry. And just I'm not anywhere. I don't want to just pull into McDonald's. I'd be visiting about every bathroom after I ate McDonald's. So hey, Annette, how are you doing? Let's see. Okie doke. All right. So, yeah, you hear the. I don't know if y'all can hear the train, but that's pretty cool. It keeps talking, throwing me off my game. Right. So that Thursday night's video, I eventually decide I'm going to go ahead and stay there. And so there was more people. There was a lot of cars would come and just sit window to window. I saw 2 state police officers hanging out up there, and then also 2 St. Clair patrol cars up there, 2 different ones. How I know they were different because they were together. So they were running in pairs for a lot of the night. So one of the things that I explained in that video is how I car camp. I don't always put all the window shades up, even though I've got them for every single window. And a lot of the reason I do that is one of the things that I learned on that 7.5 weeks is that people do not usually look into your car and, oh, Emma, yes, it's so awesome that you told me about, asked the question, am I thinking about getting a curtain? I've actually been looking at it. I want to put maybe a curtain between the front seats and the back seats just so I can kind of block that off. So if someone did try to look all the way through the car, if I had a light on, they wouldn't see. But yeah, I just position myself in a way that I'm kind of hiding in plain sight, because if you see a car that's got window shades up the whole way around, especially the silver ones, first thing you think about, somebody's sleeping in there. So I don't want to knock on the window in the middle of the night and say, hey, you got to get out of here, move. But yeah, so that's kind of one of the things that I learned while I was driving. Yeah, so let's see. Yes, Stitch and Darlene commenting about, yeah, we miss Emma when she's not on. And I want to thank the Lord for answering a prayer. Emma had asked me to pray for a coworker, and God answered that prayer, which is so awesome. All righty. So that Thursday night video, it actually, I did not premiere that one. I'm not going to premiere every video that I do on camping, even though I think it does help on certain videos. But I'm not going to do that on every video yet. Hey, Andre, how are you doing? Yeah. Hey, Randy. Yes, just watched your tarp bugnet video. Yes, and that's a good segue. So a lot of you on here know, because I mentioned it last Sunday, I opened the mail and I opened the One Wind bugnet that old and cracking dated sent us. I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn this light on. I think it's getting about that time. It's getting dark quick. Oh, wrong button. There we go. So, oh, listen to the train. I should do a train trip sometime. Yeah. But old and cracking dated, last Sunday, we opened that mail, and it was the One Wind bugnet. And I'll tell you what, I went out and I set that up the other night, or the other day, evening. Set it up. It went up so nice. That was just incredibly easy to set up, especially for not knowing what you're doing. Oop, that light went out already. Don't tell me my battery bank is empty. Let's try it again. Yep, it's good. So maybe I touched it, but I got these other old bulbs just in case. So we can always stick that up there too. All right, so but I went out and I set that up, and thank you so much, Old and Kraken Data. That was just an amazing, amazing room. And if you guys haven't watched that yet, it is huge. It is a huge open space. I didn't realize it was going to be that big. And so when I got it set up, just it was a bug-free zone. All right. And I just pictured myself sitting in there with several other people. I mean, you could fit a good, if you position it right and you don't mind sitting elbow to elbow, I bet you can get almost 12 people in chairs the whole way around the outside of that thing. It is that big. Yeah, because I guess it's 12 feet long, but then it makes like a giant circle because it follows the perimeter of that tarp. So that was really fun to set up and easy, really easy, and it's very light. I was surprised at how easy it went back in the stuff sack. Now, when I say that it was easy to get back in the stuff sack, I got it in the stuff sack and I put it in the car, and I said at the end of that video, I think I'm going to do a camp in this thing. So I camped last night. This upcoming Thursday night's video, it's going to feature that bug net and then also the One Wind tarp. And that came from Anonymous. It sent me that One Wind tarp, and then I could pull the cords through it. That's what I set up in the video with the bug net, and then also the Ridgeline from all One Wind products. So I do not hammock camp in last night's video that's coming out Thursday. So that's pretty odd for me not to be in a hammock, right? So what I'm going to be in, it's not a hammock, but I break out the One Tigress cot. All right. So that's the cot that Johnny D. Torres and Mary sent me. So you're going to see me in that bug net, in a cot, on a cot, not in the cot, but on a cot, sleeping in that. And yeah, I'm not going to give anything away about that video, but it turns out to be a very, very good video. So that one's going to be really awesome. So that's going to be coming up on Thursday night. Yeah. Let's see. 46 good people watching. All righty, Stitch. Thanks a lot. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, now the background's looking pretty cool there. So you can see up. That's the west branch of the Susquehanna River. Yes. So west branch, that goes up through Lewisburg. I'm sorry, Lewisburg. Yes, goes up towards Lewisburg, and then around the island. So if you're going that way, you're going down towards Harrisburg. You're going that way, you're going up towards Danville if you stay around the island here, and then same with the other side. So yeah, and if you guys know, I've done some videos, well, at least one video down underneath that point out there. All right. Yeah, I've done a couple videos around this area. Yeah. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Let's see. Yeah, saying hi, everyone. Yeah. And so Thursday night's video, like I said, that one's doing pretty good. It came out Thursday, and I believe that one's over 4,000 views already. And the one the week before, the one at the Merck plant, that one hit over 12,000 views. So 11,500 exactly 1 week into it. So that one did really, really good. Yeah. So the eye. All right. So my right eye, can't tell which side I'm pointing to because it's backwards in the camera. But my right eye, we had the retinopathy laser surgery. So my doctor, Dr. Lightman, I told me I should be laser man because he does laser surgery. But Dr. Lightman, he's heading actually up to Canada. I believe he was leaving this week to go up to Canada, way up there. He goes up, hasn't been up since 2020, he said. So I don't know if you're watching, but if you are, they call you back and set you in a little chair and they dilate your eyes before they do the procedure. Then they send you out to the waiting room and you close your eyes and it dilates it. And it was funny. They only dilated the right eye. So I had one little pupil and one big one. So I went to the store and took my sunglasses off, and this person looking at me and they said, your one pupil's really big. And I said, yeah, these aren't my normal sunglasses either. I actually don't wear sunglasses except for when I was driving across the United States. Anonymous had sent me some funds to get some sunglasses because I was going through Death Valley and stuff. And he's like, you need to get sunglasses. Hey, Grave Digger, I saw you were live, but I didn't get a chance to jump on, but hope it all went well. You're out stealth camping tonight, I believe. Yeah. Oh, Stitch says, do they shop you? Strap you in for the eye surgery? No. So usually what they do is they will give you the drops. So I'm sitting in the chair they just put the drops in, and Dr. Lightman comes walking out. He goes, hey, Tony, how are you doing? I said, good. He says, they're going to put those drops in, but I just want to come out and say hi real quick. He says, I've watched some of your videos. They're really good. And you do all that with your phone. And I was like, yeah, I do. He's like, that is some really good editing and stuff. And so, yeah, that was neat. But yeah, they don't strap you down, Stitch. But usually what they'll do is right before they start the laser surgery, so they numb your eyes up as part of that. And then they come in and they numb it again. But then they will give you a shot inside the eye to numb it even more. The left eye on the 1st of August, he said, hey, we're not going to, I'm going to try this, not numb the eye. I've done this a couple times and people said, if it's too bad, I'll give them the shot. But I'd like to, avoid giving you the shot in the eye. They should. Stitch says, yeah. So when I got in there, he says, hey, I'm going to do this again without the shot. If you don't want to take the shot. I said, nope, don't want the shot. So, yeah, and my back starts to sweat right before he starts getting done. Yeah. So, because when they get around a nerve or an optical nerve, it like feels like someone went boop right in your eye, poke you. It'll kind of like send you backwards. All right. Let's see. Tony's a wiggler. Yeah, especially when I talk, my hands are going everywhere too. That's therapy for my stroke side. Yeah. So I came out of there. Now, a lot of people say they get really severe headaches. Now, I had a mild headache, but he reassured me again. Hey, Lou, how are you doing? Great to see you on here. Been thinking about you. I was thinking about you earlier this week, actually. I was going to give you a call, but I ended up getting busy, which I wasn't planning on getting too busy. Really quick on Thursday night's video. That video went out, this last video about the mall. And Cindy, lonely lady, and she says in her comment, she says, I don't know why I got that name. She says, I'm not lonely. So Cindy actually gave a super chat for $5, and I really appreciate that, Cindy. And then also Ed, Mr. Ed did a $10 super chat. So thank you, Mr. Ed, for that. Really, really appreciate that. And then Debbie did a $25 super chat. I think that was the most super chats I ever got on one video. And all three are just such a blessing. Wow, that was just amazing. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate that. Yeah, so busy with the kids, going back to school. Yeah, that's one of the things I was thinking. That's one of the questions I was going to ask you too, if you were doing a lot with the kids. Because I haven't seen you on in a couple of things, but I was just kind of curious how you were doing. I was going to check up, but I figured, well, he's probably running the kids all around since they're out for summer. But hey, school's starting very quick. Look at that sky. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. and I'm so front lit, so looks like I got a green screen behind me, right? Let's see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, so the other day, Stench, what? Thank you so much, brother, for future LA, Louisiana crunch cakes. Oh, I can put comments up there. I didn't realize I could do that. I just touched the screen and it went boop. Oh, that is so awesome. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah. So, I got a lot to talk about. And that's one of the things I'm going to talk about as well. Let's see. So Thursday night's video, great success. I had a lot of fun. I like doing, switching it up quite a bit with car camping because it's random adventures. And that was a very random adventure because I was not planning on camping when I headed out. Now, Wednesday, I went out to go film the bug net tarp video that you just saw. And as you know, I drove 9,350 miles across the country, right? Not an issue in the world with the vehicle. And it's because of all of y'all praying for travel mercies and everything else. And unbelievable. So I get home and I go to meet Camp Gourmet, all right, on Memorial Day for a video. He was going up to visit his parents, I believe, up in Connecticut. So I went out and I scouted out a spot. And as he was coming through, we met. Hey, William, how you doing? We met and I showed him the spot that I was planning on. And then he went on up to Connecticut. And then on his way back, we met up for our camp. So while we were looking at the spot, he jumps in my car, and we're driving up through. And they just put fresh shale down on a section because it looked like it washed out. And I'm driving along. We get up there. I've been up there once or twice. Well, twice that day earlier while I was waiting for him. And then I came back down with him in the car. And then all of a sudden, I thought, I went, I'm going to get a flat tire. And I shouldn't have thought that, right? But as soon as that thought came into my mind, it wasn't more than 20 yards down the road. I looked down, it says low tire pressure, and I knew right away. So we got down to his vehicle, and hey, Victor, how are you doing? Love your stuff. I appreciate that. Well, I love you guys for watching. Definitely. And so we got to his vehicle, and I got out of the car, and it's going. I could hear it, and I could see it going down a little bit. So fortunately, I had the tire pump, and he was followed me all the way. We made a quick call to Walmart. They actually couldn't fix it because they said it's too low a tread. I would need new tires. So I had to get all the way home. I filled up the tire 4 times to get home, but it held. And then the next morning, I filled it up the rest of the way. Here the geese. They're heading to Canada. Yeah. Oh, Darlene. Thank you so much, Darlene, for that super sticker. Yes, I really appreciate that. Yes, I do. And it was great talking to you before we came on live. Yeah. So I had that flat tire. So I got those tires, unexpected expense. All right. So I got that, Memorial Day. So it hasn't been too long since I got 4 brand new tires. Well, Wednesday, I load up everything to go out and do this video. So I'm heading out, and on Route 901, if you're from around here, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I guess there was an accident earlier that day. I didn't know about it, but as I'm driving, I'm coming along and I hear thump, and I didn't see anything on the road at all. And immediately, low tire pressure came on. I went, ah! So I have a tire patch kit up in the carrier. And I quickly pulled off on the next road, came down to a stop sign, and zipped over onto that road, just into the grassy area. It was about 90 degrees. It was hot. And I got out of the car, and as I was walking back to the back tire, it was about an inch away from the ground. And while I stood there, I watched it go. So I pulled out my phone. Wasn't I in a spot where I had no reception at all? It said emergency calls only. And yeah, so I'm thinking, oh, what do I do? I got a spare, but it's under a lot of stuff. And like I said, the car's all set up for car camping. I couldn't think of anybody to call at the moment that could give me assistance, and I couldn't even get on my phone. So I thought, all right, well, I'm just going to start pulling things out. So I got the refrigerator out, the battery bank out, the table, the mat, everything out. And I get to the spare tire, and I get the lug nut wrench, and I'm prying at it and prying at it. And finally, I got them all loosened up, but I got the jack out, and I crawled underneath the car, and I just couldn't jack the car up. Just the way it was, I just couldn't do it. So I thought, what am I going to do? So I came on the opposite, the passenger side of the car, and I looked at my phone again, and I had right where I was standing, I had reception. So I called my daughter, and her fiance came over, and he said, well, it's only 7 miles away. And he came over quick and helped me, him and his co-worker, helped me get the tire spare on that he rode with me to Walmart. And there was a big hole in there. So I pulled in there, and they said, well, we can't patch that. And I knew it as soon as I saw it, how big it was. Exploration, how are you doing? Yes. And hey, Sean's Adventures. Alrighty. So when it was a huge hole in this tire. The cords were all popped out and everything. And they said, hey, we can't fix this. And I was like, oh, all right. And they asked if I got the tire protection for the road. It was like $10 a tire, right? And at the time, because I got all 4, I'm like, $40 extra. I can't do it. But I could have used that super chat back then to do that tire. But when they, I was like, no, I don't. So I had to get a brand new tire. And that other one was only like 2 months old. So I ended up doing that. Got a brand new tire Wednesday. And so I went out. What is today? Sunday. I went out Friday evening and did that gear video on the One Wind tarp and bug room. That the One Wind tarp that Old and Kraken Data had sent to us, blessed us with, and then also the tarp that Anonymous had sent, and then had also a couple weeks earlier, sent the Ridgeline. So, like I said, that was an awesome setup. If you haven't seen that video out, it came out at 6 o'clock. And it's shooting up there very fast, very, very fast. So that was a fun video. It really was. I was able to do a lot of little transitions and stuff and really play around with that. Penny Boy, how are you doing? Where are you? I am in Shikellamy State Park on the Susquehanna River in the parking lot. You can see a bug flying around, but I know it's not a mosquito because we got the Thermacell here. That's working great. Yeah. And one of the things that I've noticed is I am AB positive. All right. So people can be standing around me going, oh, these bugs, and they're slapping them and hitting them and stuff. And they got mosquitoes biting them. And for some reason, mosquitoes do not like my blood. However, if you look at the one video I'm talking about, that it was the one outside of Merck, and I was talking, and I just turned my head a little bit, and you'll see right on my temple, I believe it was this side, there's a little mosquito sitting there. I don't know why they like that temple, but on 2 videos, I've actually seen that. My light's shining in my eyes, so I can't see the comments too good. Adam Zero, there we go. Hope you are having a good night. Yes, I'm having a great night. Very, very good. Stitch says, I don't know, Tony, I may be positive, and mosquitoes love you. Well, may you're destroying my theory, but a lot of people who are O positive, I find really get bit up a lot. Hey, Gregory Hess, how are you doing? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I'm trying to read the comments, but the light's right in my eyes. I'm having a little trouble seeing them. Yeah. And this eye, the right eye, since I just had that retinopathy laser surgery, it's still at night. Well, that's what this one did while it was healing, because I got that one 14 days earlier. But I noticed that when I looked down and walked between a dark room and a light room, it was a little different. If I go from a light room to a dark room, I have trouble seeing a little bit, like my night vision. But now that this eye was just done, I don't know if that one got really good or better, or if this one just got to be equal, right? I told the doctor about it. He said, yeah, you'll have a little bit of issues with night vision after surgery, but it should do good. Yep. All right. Let's see, 55 people watching. Oh, yes, that is awesome. Well, hey, I don't know how many likes we got, but if you guys didn't hit the like button, go ahead over and hit the like button. All right. So, well, let's see. Tired. That this 2.0, and I went on a kayak ride. Yeah, and let's see. My new grandson's doing awesome. So, yeah. He's doing really good. We did go to a birthday party. So my one grandson that was born on my birthday a year ago, and then also my other grandson their birthdays are right around one another. So they did a combined birthday party. So we had cake and stuff for both of them. So we've had cake a couple times. So yeah. Oh, I gotta on this this upcoming Thursday night's video. Like I said, that one, because I had set that tarp and the bug net up, I go back out last night and I did a filming of a video using that, and also the one Tigress cot. All right, you see me use that just one other time when I did a hot tent camp in the lead up to the travel video. I set the hot tent up, and that's when I cooked those hamburgers on that little buddy heater. Cooked those 2 hamburgers and did that wrap. So, yeah, the meals are good. I cook a dinner. I do a dessert. I pull out some something. It's a surprise. I saw it at the grocery store, and I thought, ooh, I love hot stuff. So I saw these, and I went, I wonder how hot they are, because it says fiery hot. So I get those, and we open that between dinner and dessert. And it's not a Louisiana crunch cake, and it's not no cake in it, but it does a yellow cling peaches. I'll give you that much. But it's not the Jello. It's yellow cling snack peaches. I'm not going to give it away because that's an. Is it going to get the 2.0 approval? We'll have to wait and see. Somebody wrote to me in a comment, hey, Dark Storm, how are you doing? Somebody had written in the comment section, I love you when you cook, and you're going to have to start a whole nother channel with just cooking. And someone said, Tony, you should come out with a cookbook, right? That'd be funny. But I am starting to get quite a few 2.0 approved meals, right? And I know some of you don't like the mayonnaise in with the ramen noodles, but it makes it more creamy. Someone else told me the other day that it sounded like something that they make when they do their ramen noodles. Right towards the end, they crack an egg in it, and kind of like a drop egg soup. That sounds good, doesn't it? Well, the cook pot worked out great when we did our mall camp. And I know I said I wasn't going to, when I cooked in that video, I don't know if I explained it enough, said I didn't want to cook out in the open. So if you watch some of the other videos when I'm not in a parking lot like that. What I meant by that, hey, Knight Rider Gaming, how are you doing? Good evening, Tony, and what is and chat. Yes. So if you know, I pull the table out and I cook on the table, and I'll sit on the bumper a lot of times and do my cooking. But in that parking lot, I didn't want to be obvious with a table pulled out and a chair or sitting on the bumper cooking. So what I meant by that, I didn't want to cook outside the car. I wanted to keep everything under the car. Now the shots that you saw on that, I have a suction cup mount right up on the back of my window. So I stick my phone up there, and that gives me that shot right down into the inside of the car. And if you want, let's see, after the $1 Million Highway travel video, I made the walking taco with the elk meat. I think it was buffalo meat in the Walmart parking lot. So that's the first time I utilized that for filming, and it worked out great. And I thought, oh, I'm going to do that more often. And then in the shot when you see I climb in the car, for that I used the suction cup again that's on the back of the window, and I stick my camera up on there, and then when I hit the button for the door to close, you'll see the door come down. That's when you see the camera come and point at me, and then I talk to you from in the car, right? So, yeah. Let's see. Okay. So I've got a big announcement, all right? So coming up, I'm going to post it probably tomorrow. It's been mentioned that I should do another meetup, and so I was working out. Egg Foo Young, yeah. So there are 3 individuals, including myself, so that make 2 other individuals that I have been collaborating with to get together. We're going to get together for a camp. And while we're together, I am also, I was thinking that during the middle of the week, might do a meetup. But then through further discussion, because I'm going to drive the 29th, the 30th, we're going to go pick up our amigo, and then because they're flying in, and then we are going to, Sunday, the 1st, October 1st, we are going to do a meetup up in New York State. So I'm going to post that probably tomorrow in the community chat on our YouTube page. I'll also put it up on our Facebook page, as well as Facebook family. PTL Fabrications. Hey, hello from southwestern Pennsylvania. PA, yeah, mountain. Yeah, mountains. Pennsylvania mountains are really cool. And I thought we lived in mountains around here, but oh my goodness, after driving across through Colorado and out at the Sierras out in California, just seeing mountains and mountains. Yeah, I remember when I was younger, we lived in New Jersey, and we used to call things in New Jersey, which are hills, because it's very sandy in New Jersey, mountains when I was a kid. Oh, look at that mountains. It'd be like 10 foot of elevation. But then we moved to Pennsylvania, and then I'm like, oh, there are mountains. But no, man, mountains, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna let the people that are camping with me, if they want to disclose who they are, they could. But if say what town in New York is the meetup? All right. So Latham. It's at a Dick's Sporting Goods store in Albany area. I believe it's called Latham. So it'll be between 12 o'clock noon and 3 o'clock. Like I said, I was thinking of doing it on Wednesday, but then I, I was, you know, discussing it and thinking, oh, Wednesday will be good. But then um, my very, very close friend said, but Wednesday is going to be kind of tough, maybe for people to get there. So Sunday would be better. And actually, I agree. I definitely agree. I'm not sure. So Tony's bodyguard gave me a lot of thumbs up. So I'm going to ask what those thumbs up are for. If maybe that's what I was just discussing. So if it is, say yes. All right. So that's so it's going to be a fun time. So that's going to be October 1st, which is going to be coming up pretty quick. Man, we're already past August 15th. Wow. Yeah, this month's going quick. A lot of kids going back to school, so it's going to get very busy uh, with school buses and stuff. Absolutely, my friends. So Tony's bodyguard and I are going to be camping together. And yes, Stitch says, ask Darlene. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah. But so our good friend Stitch is also going to be coming along. So you're going to see some three amigos out there. And I'm not sure if there's going to be one more or not, just for camping overnight. But we're going to be spending some time together. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. We kind of hatched this idea when I was out in Colorado. So, yeah. Okay, fine. Yes. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing a hammock hang. Yeah, because all three of us are hammock guys. Yeah. Sean's Adventure says, "Who sings your East to West intro?" Oh, who is that? I forget. Now that is on Power Director, my editing app, and it's from East to West. Oh goodness, I forget who sings that. Um, hmm, I'm not sure, brother. I'll have to look that up. But it is. I like that one. So I liked that one. Probably I started using that about oh 9 months before I had my stroke. So maybe about 2, 3. I used it a couple times, maybe even on my very first. I think it is on my very first video. I used that and had didn't edit very good on that video, but that was that song. I got away from it for a little bit and used it a couple more times, different ones. I used to use a lot of music throughout my whole videos, um, while I was doing things because that's what I thought you did. But I came back to that one and I used it on my beginning. And then my one friend, Dave from RVRN Chronicles, he said, man, when I hear that starting, I know you've got a video coming out. He said, try to stick with that. And I liked it so much. I did stick with it. And believe it or not, with that title from East to West, I had never planned on going East to West. And I ended up driving East to West. I guess while I was out in Arizona, I hit the 1-year anniversary of my stroke and my 2-year anniversary of the YouTube channel. So that intro song, I really like it. I don't use it when I do like gear reviews, or it's not. I didn't use it on this video for the one that just came out tonight. I try not to use it for other stuff. I only try to use it for my camping videos. But I like it because I know it's 14.1 seconds, and then boom, it's got that beat, and then I change it, and then and I think it's 4 point something seconds. It goes dunk, and I change on the beat with my pictures or scenes or video because I like the way that transitions. Grunt says casting crowns. No, if that's about that from east to west, no, that's not it. I just don't remember. I know I posted it in comments different times. For some reason, I just don't remember what it is. October 1st, Stitch, laugh out loud. Yeah, I called him earlier, Tony's bodyguard, and we were talking about meals that we're gonna be doing and trying to come up some. And he shared with me he makes got several awards for making some chili. So, oh, let's see. How did you come up with your channel name? Great question. Haven't had that one in a while. So, that was the hardest thing for me. I was doing outdoor adventures, just different things, but I want to do more than just hiking videos and things like that. So I thought, well, random. It's going to be random stuff, and so I did Random Adventures. So that was the name of the channel for about 2 months, and I would tell people about my my channel at work and stuff like that. And I think I only had like 5 subscribers, and they were all family. So, and my one friend. So I was at work the one day, and some guy asked me. I'd been trying to look up my channel every day, like, oh my goodness, where's my channel? And every time I put in Random Adventures, 9,000 Random Adventures would come up on YouTube. And I thought, why is that? And I would look in the descriptions of videos and titles of videos, and there was another Random Adventures out there as well, but who had some videos. And because everybody does a random adventure, and they'll post, hey, I did a random adventure today, or we're out on a random adventure, or we did something random or an adventure. So I could never find myself, and 9,000 of them would pop up. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to put a 2.0 on it. Hey, Carl, how are you doing? Hey, yeah. And so when I decided to put the 2.0 on, I went in and I changed my title to 2.0. And then all of a sudden I came up quicker in the search. Then the more videos that I did, I noticed now you don't even have to get all the way through typing ADV, and 2.0 pops up. So it was a great change. And then November of, so I was getting ready to do a gold panning video. I think it was the video between the creek, the stream between 2 mountains or something like that. I was driving and I was going, man, I wanted to do something with the 2.0, right? So I was going 2.0. So I was doing that while I was driving. I was thinking, but then all of a sudden I went, oh, wait, 2.0. So I was practicing it in the car, and I kept flipping my hand around 2.0. And then I thought, well, I want to make it fluid. Darling, I'm going to use my stroke hand. So I went 2 point, just drop the hand, point, and then wrist back up. Oh, so I went 2.0, 2.0. And I thought, oh, that is cool. So when I did my intro for this video, UHM Jazz. How are you doing from Alabama? Yeah, I saw a new name pop up. So I wanted to do the 2.0. So I go, hey, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. Oh, I laughed because I did it. And I said, oh, that was pretty cool. So from that video on, I've always done the 2.0. And when I had gone to work and I was telling people that I changed the name, and someone said, hey, I changed it to 2.0. And a coworker said, oh, that is cool. And they had seen me do the 2.0 later on when I finally got to that, and they said to me, man, it's going to be so cool that one day when you're out, someone's going to go, and you're going to look and go, what? And you're going to go back, yeah. And you're going to get recognized by your 2.0. And sure enough, people will do that at 2.0. I just had yesterday, the postman was walking down through a town, and I was driving by, and he recognized the car, and I saw him go as I was driving by. So I pulled over, and we talked, and he watches my videos, and he's really cool. But yeah, people do that, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. So that's catching on. But I found out in Canyonlands, yes, Canyonlands, I interviewed those 3 friends and subscribers, and they had said that the Frank and Beans Band. Hey, how are you doing? All righty, yeah. So, yes. So when they asked what my channel was, I went, "Hey, yeah, it's Random Adventures 2.0." And the lady's face, I forget her name, but she goes, "You know sign language?" And I said, "No." And yeah, that was perfect. That's how you do 2.0. Do you know anyone that used sign language? I don't until that. She says, yeah, that was perfect. That's how you do 2.0. And I'm like, that's amazing. And I said, can I get you guys on camera? And they actually all knew it. But she said, yeah, I'm a retired deaf school principal and use sign language all the time. And she was retired. So in that video, if you go and watch that, you'll see I talk to them and they do 2.0. Yeah. And she teaches me how to do Tony as well. Wrong city. It could be gang signs. Yeah. Oh, gang signs. Yeah. Let's see. Patrick says, do you know anybody knows sign language? So not until then. When I met them, then I learned that was sign language. But no, I don't. So it looks like the moon right over my shoulder here. That's not the moon. That is a light. So that's a parking lot right over there. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like Shikellamy. Yeah, it's I might be the only one here. Now I see headlights way down there, but I think they're leaving. But can you guys hear the crickets? That's why I like doing lives outside, because you can hear nature, and if you can hear nature with me talking, right? All righty. So, hey, we still got 57 people watching. Does anybody have any questions for me? Yeah. Hey, Hillbilly Redneck, how are you doing? Redneck Opinion, yes. Hi. Hey, Tony. Yeah, yeah. Time for a stealth camp. Yes. So, next video, that one. So, because I don't camp at campgrounds, pretty much every video is stealth, kind of, even, or they're just wild camping. They're not all high risk. I can do a lot more when it's not high risk. When you're doing a island camp, I got a boat. Ooh, I guess as soon as we have that cup of coffee, we could talk about it, right? So, yeah, yeah, I've always wanted to do a camp on an island. Susquehanna River's got a lot of islands, a lot of islands. And if I could show you the river right now, I would, but it's definitely up. So it was flowing quite heavily. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Penny Boy says best place to explore around here is on the islands. Yeah, there's a couple islands that have, believe it or not, a cornfield on it. So I don't know they don't drive the tractor over to it. So I'm not sure how they get over there with their tractor to harvest. Elric, the Black Heart, asking questions here. Any news about Chef Tony? Yeah, no, I have no news about Chef Tony, Studio Tony. I'll tell you what, I thought I would do a lot more filming with him on the way across the country, but believe it or not, it is hard to do filming. Is to do that and incorporate a lot of that. What is your favorite food to have at home? And also, what is your favorite meal to have while camping? Oh, great question. Um, oh, let me just look here. Would the piece of your bug net video be suitable for 3 or 4 camping? I'll tell you what, I could get about, you can get 4 cots in that, or at least 3 cots in that bug net camp. So what's my favorite meal at home? I'm going to say food. No, just kidding. I don't know if I really have a favorite, because I know I love to grill, but I like making. I've been making cheeseburgers in a grill in a cast iron skillet lately, and man, I can do that really good. But I like getting what kind of steak is that? It's real thin, and if you cut it right, you can slice it. It's very tender. I like doing that and slicing it and making like a steak wrap. Yeah, that's very, very good with onions and peppers, and obviously Cooper Sharp cheese. Yeah, and while I'm out camping, I actually really enjoy my Ziploc bag meals with the ramen noodle and tuna or salmon. Just those kind of creations. I like doing those. I do like making a steak when I can, which I did out in Arizona when I camped out there in the desert. I did a steak. I did a steak a couple times when I was camping. I made bratwurst. So I like doing the Ziploc bag creations on a lot of times. Just especially in winter, when you get that hot food in there. So let's see, and the menu's always changing, always growing. Yeah, I'm gonna come up with a new favorite. Yeah. Go back in comments. Look at camping dessert recipes I give you. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that. It's hard for me to scroll right now and get my little phone, so I'll watch this later and go back in that comments. Gregory, I'll definitely look those up. Does Tony have a nickname? Can anyone guess what mine is? Yeah, no, maybe Redneck, right? Tony's nickname. So it's kind of become Tony 2.0 is what a lot of people call me. Hey, Tony 2.0. And I get that a lot now. Yes. Michael Smith, how are you doing? Let's see. Jeff Cooper says, Jeff would know. You got it. I was down at Jeff's and stayed with Jeff and Melissa. And he has got the collection of cast iron. You want to know anything about making something, if they ever made it something out of cast iron, you're going to find his. Yeah. So I'm getting a lot of bugs flying around that light. And they're mayflies. Yeah. Yeah. So they're hatching in the river right now. So Carl Simpson said chicken and dumplings with blackberry pie for me. Yes, I know, Carl, that he got me that. Yeah, that chicken and dumplings. Oh, remember I made the chicken and dumplings in the car. in the back seat there, that one video, and with the graham crackers, or not graham crackers, saltine crackers, and egg and flour. Yeah. Let's see, Michael Smith, doing great now that I'm here. Oh, great time for fishing. Yes, it is. Yes, it definitely is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've been working on my casting with my left hand, but I am not. Haven't been out fishing though. When Miss 2.0 and I were going around the Lake Jean up there, we were looking for fish and didn't see a single fish. So we saw some fish and we said, "Hey, is there any fish in this lake?" But it's only a 5 foot 9 inch deep lake on average. Yeah. Alrighty. So we've got 1 hour and 5 minutes. Still 56 people watching. That's awesome. Old Grunt says, I use carbon steel pans. I didn't even know they made those. Let's see. Beans with maple syrup and bacon. Oh, and that sounds good. All right, so Miss 2.0 and I make baked beans. We put brown sugar and all that stuff in it, mustard. We kick it up. Yeah, very, very good. Whenever we do a get together, everybody asks for Miss 2.0's baked beans. Max says, "Hey Tony, glad to see you. Watching from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Oh, that is so awesome. Uh, You're the best, Mr. 2.0. You know, a couple people call me Mr. 2.0 too. So, yeah, they are like that. Hey, Jeremy, how are you doing? Let's see. Let's see. They are lighter, yeah, than cast. Oh, that's cool. I never even heard of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Any suggestions on how to make mushroom stew? Oh, that reminds me. I met a guy yesterday. So let me reach in here. I met a guy yesterday. So these are in the refrigerator. So I saw that mushroom you just put up. So in this bag, look at this. If you know what that is, that's a mushroom. All right. He blessed me with this. So this is the chicken of the woods. So I met a guy who was foraging for mushrooms, and his name's Scott. Now Scott's not on YouTube and doesn't watch YouTube, but said he might look me up. But Scott and I are going to be getting together on a future video because I've always wanted to forage for mushrooms, and he said he found about 30 pounds of chanterelles, and he was showing me pictures and stuff. It was really cool. So I asked him, I said, man, I would love to do that, but I've never gone out mushroom foraging. So I think him and I are going to get together. He said he'd call me next time he goes out. Tony's Bodyguard says those are delicious, and they are fresh. Yeah. Yeah, look at them. Man, they're beautiful. Wow. They are beautiful. Yeah, so. Yeah, Emma Brown says, Tony, that would be so cool. So, hence the name Random Adventures. So, you know, from time to time, I'm going to post a video that's not camping related, right? And I know that a lot of you just watch the camping related, but because it's a Random Adventures, I am going to be adding. I've wanted to do this for 2 years, go mushroom hunting, but I have to be sense of stroke. It's just hard for me. I can't go up. I just have to be more cautious. But he told me he's got areas that he goes and checks and stuff like that. And he said he's not a billy goat. He doesn't like to go up mountains either. I was like, awesome. So that sounds great. So yeah, these were just picked yesterday. So hey, Squib, how you doing, brother? Looking good, Tony. Well, thank you so much, Squib, and that video you posted about the breakfast sandwich, and also that you posted that you cook them and your wife, or you grow them, your wife cooks them. That was awesome. Yeah, and just to let y'all know that Squib and I have been reaching out by email, and we've exchanged phone numbers. And I was getting ready to go out on a camp, so I didn't get to call him. But Squib, you and I will be talking hopefully this week because we're going to plan on doing a camp together, and looking forward to that. Want to do that for quite some time. Yeah. Squib's quite the culinary. He's going to teach me a few things. Yeah. And yeah. All right. So I don't see any more comments. Oh, we got 60 people. I was getting ready to start winding down. It looks like we're more and more people jumping on. And I really appreciate that. Yeah. So the upcoming video, the one, there's going to be, I've got to do a couple product reviews too. I just got notified that something should be arriving soon. So I've got to reach out to somebody. And like I said, I'm not an expert on things, but I am just like the mushrooms. The reason I don't want to go out and forage for mushrooms is like, I don't know what I'm looking for. And there's a lot of copycats, but the people who forage for them, they know which ones to pick and which ones not to pick, what the copycat is, what the characteristics are. And that's what I want to learn. All right. And hopefully if I'm learning it, I can share it. So I told him, we were texting back and forth today as well. And I said, hey, you're going to be my my expert go-to for mushrooms. And I want to glean as much as I can from them, because I'll tell you what, I've had chicken in the woods before, a long time ago. My daughter, her father-in-law took them out foraging for them years. So they're probably doing that soon, starting to go out. I know he finds big ones. Mulligan stew and crackle. And Crackaday. Yeah, old Crackaday. There we go. Let's say, Tony, did you get the message I sent you with the fish photos? No, I didn't. Didn't. I'll have to look. I know if you just recently sent them, like yesterday, because a lot of when I go to do a camp, well, usually I'm planning it, just really engulfed. I'm setting up my bag. So this one here, I didn't get everything out of it yet. So some stuff I took out, but I try to have one prepared for what I'm going to do, because not every trip requires taking along things. So I know way back I did hey, what do I camp with, do stealth camping? I could really do about two or three videos. Like, what do I take in a high risk situation? What do I take in a low risk, hey, relaxing camping video? Just how do I set my bag up? Because I've got several bags. So that video that's coming out Thursday, you are going to be amazed at what I got in this 55-liter bag. Now, this is an 8th year 55-liter Osprey. And if you know the one Tigris cot in there, and and I had the bug net canopy in there, and I had top quilt in there. I had two cooking stoves. Um, yeah, man, I had a ton of stuff in this bag, but I'll tell you what, if you get the right bag and you get it situated right, when you get it on, I actually had to sit down and to put the backpack on, or sometimes I'll, stick my knee out and you'll see me pull it up onto my knee, and then I have to stick my stroke arm in first, get it up on my back, and then I get my other side in. If I try to do my left arm in first, my stroke side, I can't work the bag up hard enough to get up here. Yeah. But yeah, if you sent that video just recently, I was camping yesterday and last night and into this morning, and then it's already edited, it's posted. It was up and posted on YouTube and scheduled for Thursday by like 12:30 this morning. Yeah, because I do it all on my phone, which is great. Do all the filming and the editing. Hello, Tony from Plant City, Florida. Hey, Herman Scott, how are you doing? Yeah. Yep. Good deal. 57 people watching. Hey, does somebody want to throw up how many likes we got? I like to see that, but I can't see it on here. I can only see how many people are watching. Yeah. All right. 51 likes. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Hit that like button. Yeah. Or they would say smash the like button. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Do I have now? Oh, Miss 2.0 is working tonight. She worked last night too. And yeah, this is her weekend to work. She put in even extra hours last night. Her and I always talk every night, especially when she's working too. We touch base, and I know when she gets off work, and I usually talk to her while she's driving home. Even if I'm out stuff camping, I try to make sure I talk to her on her way home. And we talked last night, and she said, "Hey, they asked me to stay till 3," so she worked till 3 in the morning and got up and went back in this morning, or early afternoon. But so that's why I ran her a coffee before before I went live. Yeah, about an hour before I went live, I got her a coffee so she can make it through the evening. Oh, 61. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, it's growing. Oh, Darlene says that 61. Jack. Hey, John. Jack here from Pittsburgh. Yeah, my father-in-law's name was John, and I remember when I was dating Lisa and stuff, and I was like, "Hey, John, yeah." And then we went to a family reunion with her family, and and I was actually over at Knoebels Grove, and Lisa and I had been dating for maybe about 3 months. Now we only dated for, let's see, we met March, and we got married in October. And no, there was no shotguns involved. But I just, when I saw her, like, that's the one. I never thought I'd ever get married till I saw her. Yeah. Wow. That is a lot of hours. Yeah. She's doing a lot of hours. Ever been to Kennywood? No, I have not. So what I was going to say was we went to a family reunion, and then we got married and then went to the family reunion. Not family reunion. Well, I guess it was family reunion. So, and we're walking around and stuff. We get up to the picnic tables and just talking to everybody. And I start noticing everybody's calling my father-in-law Jack. And I'm like, I know it was a quick wedding, but I thought his name was John. That confused me for weeks, and because everybody was calling him Jack. Yeah, and so I learned that's what he was. went by through the family, all of his relations and stuff, called him Jack. So when I saw John and Jack, it just reminded me of my father-in-law who passed away a little over a year ago. Oh, I miss him. He was my fishing buddy. Yeah. Well, it's not the only reason I miss him because he was my fishing buddy, but just great guy, great, great, great father. Yeah. Hey, Robert. Hey, Tony says, have you tried Louisiana crunch cake with chocolate syrup? I have not. Oh, but I did melt a Reese's peanut butter cup in one time. Yeah, and it didn't turn out as good. I don't know. It just wasn't enough chocolate and peanut butter, so I never worked on that recipe since then. But I think if I would have put butter in with it, a slab of butter, everything is better with butter, and I think I say that on this upcoming video, something about everything's better with butter. But I was referring to something else, and then I said, or everything's better with butter. This is a fun video, going out and staying overnight in that bug net. And, well, I'm not going to say, but did it work? Well, we have to wait and see. So that'll be up Thursday night at 5 o'clock. And, Grunt says 43. Yep, we got 61 people watching. Stitch, LOL, Stitch is old cracking dated. Yeah. So old Grunt. Yes, definitely got to get together for that cup of coffee. Yeah. Yeah. And let's see. Let's see. I do live in Alabama. Yeah. So old Crackadade and I were talking on the phone the other day, last Sunday. I did share that his mare had passed away, his one horse that he had for 16 years. And ended up having to bury her. Hiking with Tum Tum. Hey, how are you doing? There's something watching you in the tree behind you. Uh-oh. Well, I'll tell you what, I know there is a lot of squirrels out here at this park, and they're not afraid of you either. They come up to you pretty quick. Watching you on my phone and my TV. Hey, appreciate that. Getting some double views. So really appreciate that. Let's see. Bacon and brown sugar with a crunch cake. Ooh, no. Oh, that's what it was. Everything's better with bacon or butter. That's actually what I said. So bacon. Well, you might see some bacon coming up in a video. Maybe it's already been filmed. Yeah. So yes, bacon. I think, you know what? I'm getting my wheels turning here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it's funny when I'm walking, because it's not all about just camping. It's also about what are you cooking? And you can't take just anything into the woods to cook. So you got to kind of be a little creative. And, well, depending on how soon you're going to cook it. Yeah. Oh, those lights that you see, that's the river. So those are cars going across the bridge over there. Yep. So that's a bridge going up the west branch of the Susquehanna River over there. So when I'm walking down the grocery aisles, in fact, I had no clue what I was going to cook for last night's video. So Friday night, I went to the grocery store late, right before they closed, and I was walking up and down the aisles. That's what I do. Lisa asked me to go pick something up. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, because she was working. So I went out and I was strolling the aisles, and I came up with what I made in there, and also a different dessert. So it's not a Louisiana crunch cake, but we're having a dessert. Yeah, so you got to stay tuned to get 2.0 approval. Yeah. So That's kind of what I do when I go to the grocery store. I just walk up and down the aisles and I look for different things that I can maybe kind of cook that would be kind of creative for camping. Yeah. And I don't like to take cans unless it's spam. Yeah. Because I don't know. I might start doing that a little bit, but I'm trying to do it in a way that if you're going camping, like backpacking, you want to be lighter and pack stuff, you can kind of, take something similar. Uh, yeah, marina. Yes, I'm at a marina between Sunbury and Northumberland. Yeah, so it's a little island. Shikellamy State Park is an island, and up on that mountain right over where the sunset, there's actually an overlook up there that you can look down on the river in Northumberland, and you can see how the river splits and stuff. So if you look up North Sunbury or just Shikellamy State Park, you'll see the park that I'm at. And down the river, you've got the dam. So when they inflate, it's the longest inflatable dam in the world. So it's many years old. But when they inflate that in the spring, it fills up the river. Creates a lake. Lake Augusta is what it's called. People boat, jet ski, all kind of stuff here. Earlier this evening when I got here, I saw boats running up and down. There's a little marina on this side of the river, boat launch on both sides. But yeah, and then it comes to a point down that way, and there's a concrete overlook where you can look down where the Susquehanna splits and goes around the island. And I hammock camped underneath there, so in the winter, tied to the two concrete pillars. Would you be cooking those chicken in the woods mushrooms in a video? Uh, hmm. I don't know. I'm gonna I'm not sure. Maybe I'm gonna do cook some beforehand, but I might. Hammock Mountain. Hey, how are you doing? Um, I had bacon wrapped jalapeno peppers. Oh my goodness. I just saw those when I was saying I was walking around the grocery store looking at what I was going to do. They actually had bacon wrapped jalapenos. And I thought, ooh, that would be good. And I was thinking of taking, hey, Eva, how are you doing? How is life treating me? Well, other than the flat tire I had the other day on Wednesday, it's treating me good. No, that was fine. That is fine, fine, fine. God bless you. Let's see. Stitch says no such thing as cheating. Yeah, yeah. So that the jalapeno, I just saw them, and I was thinking, oh, I should get those and take those out camping with me. But I wanted to do them on the grill. But I was thinking of taking the Bushcraft, Bigfoot Bushcraft grill, all right, that I have, and I was thinking of taking that along with me. But then plans changed after I set that bug net hammock tent screen room up, and decided I was going to do that. And I didn't want to have a fire underneath that tarp in that screen room. So my menu plans changed. And, but it is going to be along the bacon realm, right? Hey, Robert, hello. How are you doing? So it is on the bacon side of things. So I do use, I actually packed, oh, Kraken David, I packed your flamethrower that you sent me with a big propane tank. The big bottle, ended up not using it. I ended up using my smaller one. Oh, and then we have an item that I did not have when I did menu number 7 on that camp when we did our camp out in the Christmas tree farm. Remember the windstorm came up, blew my tarp, and we had a rough time. And I ended up not eating everything or drinking everything that was in that. So there was an Irish cream cappuccino. So did I give it away? But we have that on our camp for Thursday night's video. So we have that, and I had my little 250 ml cup with my small propane burner with my mini burner on it. I think that's the BRS burner that I have on that all the time that stays in my cup. Yeah, I learned that from Appalachian Trail thru hikers, watching them on how to pack that little cup, and yeah, with that burner, yeah, and that it fits right down inside. Yeah. So I used that to heat up my water, and I also used it to make a dessert, and it's not a Louisiana crunch cake dessert either. So we're gonna hope you get a chance to watch it when it comes out on Thursday at 5 o'clock. And like I said, I'll just say this again, I am going to be posting the meetup that is going to be in New York State. So it's going to be up around the Albany area. I've already got the thumbnail made. I've had it made for about a week, but I just haven't posted. Well, maybe I made it last week before last Sunday's live. I made it, but I just haven't posted it yet. But I want to give everybody a chance, if you're coming, to see that. Hey, Cindy, how are you doing? Well, hello, Tony, and hi to Miss 2.0. Hope you're doing well. I'm sick a lot. Oh, so camping, I can't do it, but I love watching your videos. Well, Cindy, I really appreciate that. I so much appreciate that, and I'm glad you enjoy them. Yeah, and yeah, message me sometime or on through email sometime so I can pray for you. Let's see. Oh, Niagara Falls, Robert. Wow, that is cool. I just Googled your state park. Looks like an area with lots of bears. No, no bears on the island. Well, you know what? They may have had a bear on the island different times, but there's not enough woods on the island here. I would say if there's going to be any bears, it'd be up near the lookout up there, but I don't think here on the island. Yeah, no, I don't think so, but you never know. So a lot of squirrel. Yeah, but so the correct me if I'm wrong, bodyguard, but I think it's Latham, New York, which is Albany-ish area. So it's going to be at Dick's Sporting Goods parking lot from 12 until 3 o'clock in New York on October 1st. Tony have the baby in a bouncer, and she's staring at the TV. Yeah. Oh, staring at the TV, mesmerized by your live. Oh, hey, yeah. So in a bouncer already, boy, it's going quick. Yeah, pretty soon be walking, right? Yeah. So, yeah, congratulations to both of you on your new baby as well. So let's see, Tony, correct? Yes. So Tony's bodyguard just confirmed it is Latham, New York. So that's where the meetup's going to be. So it's going to be on a Sunday from 12 until 3 o'clock. And figure we'd be in the parking lot. Probably maybe, figure out some other stuff we might be doing. But there's a big Dick's Sporting Goods there, I think bigger than normal. Thank you, bodyguard. It's chronic. It won't be going away, but God is good. Yes, he is. Definitely is, Cindy. Praise God. Let's see. Dare grow up. Oh, they grew up in a blink of an eye. I know, right? Yeah, just incredible. I can't believe my very first grandson is 8 years old already. Yeah, yeah. And he just went to second grade orientation the other day. Yeah. And I got, yeah, we've got, Lisa and I have 8 grandkids already. Yeah. Hey, 2.0, John from Springfield, Missouri. It's going to move quick. Missouri. Ran across your channel a few weeks ago. Now me and the wife watches you every Thursday night. Oh, so awesome. Thank you so much. And trying to get caught up on some of your older videos. Well, yeah, well, yeah. I'm getting to quite a few videos. I think I'm almost going to hit 400 videos. Well, 37 on the travel videos just alone, traveling across America. And we were putting them out every Monday and Thursday, but we're back on Thursday for our videos. If you want to, I know, I know a couple of y'all have gone on and binge watched. Yeah, and that's such a blessing. It really helps a lot. And I want to welcome everybody that's new to the channel. Thank you so much for your support. And if you're new to the channel and you like it, go ahead and share it with others. Yeah, because that's just making the channel grow more and more. And I think we're only, as of this afternoon, or yeah, earlier today, we were at 8,893. So we were 7 subscribers away from 8,900. Then it's only 1,000 more to get to 10,000. Yeah, if my math's correct. Yeah. So it's growing quick. Anyone else from Western PA? Let's see. Absolutely, Robert. Oh, let's see. Nice. Be safe hiking. Yeah, yeah. Don Lee, highly recommend going back to the beginning and watching them all. Yeah, and if you are new to the channel, some that are very new to the channel don't know that I had a stroke. So March 24th, I lost all movement on my right side. It was the 1 year anniversary of my YouTube channel. So March 1st, a year ago, 17 months ago, well, maybe almost 18 now, I had hit 500 subscribers that morning, and I went to work that evening and had a major stroke in the hospital, no movement on my right side. Been recovering since then. And still working on recovering. This right side is slow, and you'll see me lose balancing, see me do that here, but I've also got a leg brace on as well. So I picked the phone up at the hospital and I'm like, oh, I'm starting to lose my voice as well, slurring my words and stuff. And it was really hard for me to even get the words out that I had a stroke. But I picked up my phone and I said, hey, hit 500 subscribers and had a stroke. Literally. So I didn't know what to expect, but I said, hey, we're going to go on a new random adventure. I tear up again here, but we're going to go on a new random adventure of recovery. So come along with me. So we did 63 or so videos of my early recovery and months into it. But 50 days after my stroke, well, 27 hours before my stroke, I camped under a bridge that goes across from Sunbury to Shamokin Dam area. Underneath the bridge, did a bridge challenge for Stealth Camping Alliance and was over there. And I had that stroke 27 hours later. And yeah, so that was just right down there. Oh my goodness, 70 people watching right now. Wow. We are just having an awesome time. Yeah. And I want to thank all y'all for coming on and watching. We're just I keep going, oh, maybe we should start to get off, the phone. But I want to tell you, not that I'm plugging it, but this is the newest. You can see the little stuff coming out the top. Thermacell that Tony's bodyguard sent me. Yeah. And that does a 20-foot radius, and there's no wind. So, like I said, I AB positive blood. For some reason, they don't bite me. So, but that also helps because they bite me. Maybe I don't feel it. But I say, hey, let's go on a new random adventure of recovery. So we do that, and we 50 days after my stroke, I wanted the day before I put my backpack on. Actually, this backpack here, the Aether 55, as part of my therapy, because now they're coming to the house. But I had put it on, and I went, did a little shuffle across the living room. And then the next day, I mean, some of you guys that have been on the channel for a while have heard this story. What? Oh, that's light. What always your, well, what was your profession before, other than YouTube? Well, I sold solar for a lot of years commercially. I've pretty much always been a little bit in sales throughout the years. No cars. So mostly solar, heating and air conditioning for a little while because I combined the Mitsubishi ductless heating and cooling with solar for my customers so that they can not only is heating and cooling is, especially a hot water heater, very expensive for heating water that you're just not going to use. So I began to pair those two with solar to make it more efficient. So what I was going to say is when I called my daughter, so I put the backpack on, I'm like, oh, now my wheels are turning. So 50 days after the stroke, I was like, called up my daughter, Rachel Root. So I said, hey, Rachel. She said, yeah, Dad. And I said, what are you doing? She goes, oh, nothing right now. I said, hey, can you maybe come over and pick me up? And she goes, what are you doing, Dad? And I said, oh, just come on over and pick me up. I put my backpack on yesterday, and I just come on over and pick me up. And she goes, where's Mom? And I said, well, she's at work. She goes, does she know what you're doing? I said, I'll call her later. And so, because I told Rachel, I said, hey, I want you to drop me off at Walmart parking lot. I said, I just want to sneak into the woods and see if I can set my hammock up overnight. She goes, overnight? Are you sure you want to do that? And she was worried, concerned. And if you watch that video, we talk about that on the way to Walmart. And that one's titled 50 Days After My Stroke. So it's in one of the stealth clamping playlists. So she's driving me over there, and we're having this conversation. And I was worried as well but I needed to find out where I was at, right? I needed to find out how I was, where I was at. Could I still do it? Can I do the things that I love to do, right? And so she came over, and I said, you might have to help me throw a backpack in. And we got it in, and she dropped me off, and we're standing out in the parking lot, and she said, I said, now, if I call you, come get me, stuff like that. And she goes, I'm only phone call away. She would come and get me. And she goes, last chance. And I said, should I? And then I said, I'm just going to do it. So I get into there, and I see lady slippers plant for the first time. I've never seen them out in the wild. So we see those in that video and stuff, but I fall 4 or 5 times in that video, but I never showed it because whenever I fell, I wasn't filming. So at that point, this arm, so now I can lift it up. See, that's struggle. But back then, I could only lift it maybe this high. So I would grab my wrist and I would put a strap in my hand. I would get it up on the tree. I'd put my head against it and let go of it, and this arm would just drop. And so it took me a while to set up the tarp, the hammock, and then I did twig stove and heated up water. We had a meal. And the next morning, I broke things down. I limped out into the parking lot, and I was sitting there and I was in tears because I did it, right? And hey, Johnny, how are you doing? Hey, Johnny and Mary. I thought for sure she was in trouble with Miss. Oh, I must have missed something. Yeah. So, oh, Johnny, watch Thursday night. You're gonna see the one tigress caught. So in that video, yeah. So when I was all done, like I said, I'm sitting in the parking lot and I'm just started tearing up because I had did it. I had done it. You know, it wasn't easy. It was very, very difficult. It wasn't easy. But I did it. And it gave me a gauge, right? A gauge. Where am I at? How am I going to get better? Can I still do the things that I loved to do? Can I encourage others to do and go beyond what you think you can do? So, so that's some of the stuff, you know, in that video. It's just really, it inspired me to continue to press forward and knowing that I can still do it. And even though it'd be a difficult to do, if I just keep at it, I can do it. Now, there's certain times even now that things are a struggle, but I just look, okay, what's the best way to overcome this? And we just do it. So a lot of people have been encouraged by that, and I'm just blessed to know that the videos are encouraging others. Yes. Oh, Johnny, oh God. Oh, let's see. I'm doing good, says Johnny. Awesome. Yeah. Steve says you and your faith inspire all of us. Well, thank you so much. And anything good that comes out of me is not because of me. That's for sure. I was bought with a price and I'm a new man. Yeah. Yeah. Back in August of 94. 91. Yeah. August of 91. Yeah. 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 That, let's see. All right. So we've got 50 people watching. We're starting to wind down here. So amen, brother, says Steve. Yes. So, oh, and we're at the 1 hour and 48-minute mark. I'll tell you what, I'm going to let this go just a tad bit more, and then I'm going to hop off of here, let you guys go to bed. Right. And I could be up all night because Miss 2.0 doesn't get off work until 11:30 Eastern time, and then she drives home, and we talk back and forth. And yeah, let's see. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Let's see. I know the feeling of rehab and making little hurdles through trying things. Yes, yes, and we've definitely talked about all of that, and know that, you know, there's always going to be obstacles, whether it's physical or, you know, just obstacles, you know, and there's always, I don't like to say if there's a will, there's a way. But yeah, it's more like if you know who to turn it over to, it'll happen. You'll get over it and get through it. Yes. And saying hi from Denver. Hey, D from Denver. Yeah. All right. Ooh, people driving around. Yeah. So I guess I ain't alone. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think the last live that I did here, if you remember, I had the Christmas tree lights because we had just did the Christmas in July. Hey, Guy, how are you doing? Do you ever take a 2.0? Oh, 2.0. Well, actually, yes. So, if you're familiar with a cat hole, so you can dig a cat hole and take care of business. Yep. Actually, on the 50 days after the stroke, uh, I mean, I don't film any of that stuff, but that one there, yeah, I hadn't been out in a while, and I don't know, everything wanted to move in the morning, and I was waiting for my ride, but still wasn't all packed up yet. So I found a good hemlock tree that I could lean up against. Yeah. So, and I dug a nice little hole first. Rangers are gonna get you. Oh yeah, the park rangers. No, I think they'd be fine. Gotta run. PO at my door. Yes, Eva. Take care, Eva. All right, Patrick. Let's see. All right. So still 56 people watching, and we're closing in on 2 hours, which we got 8.5 minutes left. What about a camping with Steve? Step two. No. My step two a lot of times is coffee. Yeah, a lot of coffee. Yeah, and I'm grinding it with the grinder that Emma Brown had sent us and different things. I have had uh, like iced coffee, step twos, things like that. Every once in a while, I have a monster. But yeah, the sugar free one. Let's see. Trapper says, Tony, you seeing better after surgery. So the surgery for my eyes was not based on cataracts or loss of vision or anything else. When I had the hemorrhaged vessel and went in, they found that I had retinopathy. Now, when they did the exams, they caught it early stages of retinopathy, which at that point didn't affect my vision at all. I still had um, um, yeah, oh, Grant. Still had 20/20 vision. You wouldn't know me going, oh, okay, yeah. But um, I thought that I thought I had a coffee bean on the back of my bumper, and I picked it up, and it started moving. Yeah, thought I spilled because I spill coffee beans on the back here every once in a while, but it was a beetle, so I dropped it. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah. So yeah. So let's see. My oh yeah. So my dad had cataracts. Jack says. Yeah. So it wasn't vision related. It was more the retinopathy. So they wanted to. Oh yeah, big old June beetle. It ain't June. Get away from my light. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this light out because some of them are big. Oh, go fly over here. There we go. Come over here. So, well, he's flying at my head. I hear me. You are huge. I don't know what kind of bug that is, but it's big. Yeah. So, yeah. So it wasn't vision related, but they wanted to get it early. And he said it was good that they caught it. It was good that I had that hemorrhage because they were able to get it right away. Yeah. Let's see if this is over here. And I'm gonna stand over here. Oh, stand over here. Stand over here. Yeah. So, like I said, hey, I should have. Tony's bodyguard said, "Hey, you should do your live from the from that one wind bug room and bug net room." Yeah. All right. So all of a sudden, oh, that's not a June bug. I don't know what that bug is, but it's big. It's like this big, and it's flying around. Looks like a big wasp, but I know wasps aren't out at night like that. Yeah. So there. Just as long as they don't fly in the car, and while I'm driving down the road, they start storming and getting me. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go call this a night, and we got four minutes left. So I want to say, we'll shut this down and put this in the car for when we're out camping. All righty. So I want to say thanks a lot for jumping on tonight. I really appreciate everybody that came on. All of your support has just been amazing. And yeah, wow, I'm just overwhelmed that so many people watch the channel and it continues to grow. And like I said, I'm just blessed. I'm beyond blessed, very much so. And again, thank you for joining in tonight. And I'm just glad to see everybody in the comments. Keep an eye out if you're in the New York area, and you can come on over and see us on October 1st. It'll be me, my bodyguard, and also Stitch, who's coming all the way in from Colorado, so to hang out. And so if you can come over and say hi to us, we'd love to hang out with you. So I'm going to post that probably tomorrow. During the day, it'll go up on our community page on YouTube and also on Facebook and Facebook Family. And if you're not part of the YouTube, not the Facebook Rain Adventures 2.0 Family Facebook page, go on over there and come on and join us on there and share some of your adventures. Well, I don't know why I'm trying to milk it out to 2 hours. I like even numbers. All right. Well, all right, everybody. Good night. Thanks for coming along. And Carl, send me those pictures again. But I am going to, when I get off, take a look and see if they're on there. Old Kraken Dave, thank you very much again, brother. I really appreciate you and the awesome room. And I can't wait for you to see the video Thursday night of me hanging out in the room. Yeah. All right, Dorothy, good night. All right, old Kraken Dave and Emma Brown and everybody. And I can't see anybody else on here right now. The Redneck City Boys, good night. Good night. All right, so I can't cue the music, so you're going to have to do it in your head. All right, so, all right, here we go. All right, Tony 2.0 out. All right, you guys have an amazing week. Gosh, it's Sunday already. All right, have a fantastic week. All right, and we'll see you next Sunday for another live. All right, and I appreciate you watching all the videos and comment. All right, good night.